Hello again, YouTube. I wanted to give you a little rundown of how I am managing my little homestead. Being 7 months pregnant, I have 2 more months to go. I'm really loving homesteading and keeping busy in my pregnancy. I think it's the most important thing to stay active as much as your body can manage, and so this is what I'm managing. I actually had to drop a lot of my farming techniques, like my rotations. I was rotating the chickens every day. We actually ended up giving back 2 of the ram lambs. The lambs that were born this February, 2 of them were rams, and they were way too rowdy for me. They were starting to get stronger and bigger and just aggressive, and that didn't work for me because I am pregnant, and also I wasn't able to train them properly enough to the electric fence. And so I think if I would have been able to train them up better when they were little, they would have been able to stay. So I'm left with 2 really docile ewes. One's real skittish of me. The mama ewe loves me. I'm just, we're friends. I'm not rotating them right now, hence I have to clean up their manure in here daily, because they hang out in here and get shade and rest, and they graze wherever they want right now. However, I do kind of want to still implement a rotational pattern shooting off from my pen that I made them. So it's a project that I'm still thinking about. It might work, it might not. I just don't like them grazing in the same patterns every day. I just noticed their patterns and it's just the same spots. So I don't want them to overgraze, but I also cannot be moving their mobile shelter, shade shelter that I built. I can't be setting up a new paddock every day, especially in a month from now. I won't be able to do it. So I guess I'm just giving myself grace and hoping that the land will not be too upset because 2 sheep can cause damage, and I know that if they're not rotated daily. Just trying to navigate my feelings about rotational grazing. So right now they're just enjoying life and having fun free range. You can see them right here. The chickens, I think they love doing their own thing. And then plus my chicken netting that I was using to rotate them has been cut and destroyed because the ram lambs, when they were here, they got tangled up in them, and my neighbor saw them just like tangled and almost strangled to death in them. So he cut the netting open so that they could get free. So they were not only testing their own sheep fence, but then they were testing the chicken's fence. So now I can't even use the chicken's fence anymore, which I'm okay with, because that was a lot to get up extra early in the mornings on the rotation day and move them. So now all of them are just like sleeping in here, laying in there. Like I said, some are laying in the mobile coop and sleeping in there. So they do what they want, and I'm okay with it. It's not forever. This free range season will pass, and then I can start rotating them all again and have more of a system with my new baby. So stay tuned. I start out every morning by using this handy dandy gate that we had to buy because I wasn't able to flip my legs over the electric fence anymore. So the gate is really awesome by Premier One, and then I just give my sheep a little check little pet. And then I go straight to feed the chickens who have been waiting for me. I give them 2 scoops of scratch grain, which is their treat. They absolutely love it. And they follow me around everywhere until they get their scratch grain. So not only that, but I also feed them or fill up their container of feed, which I had to open up a new bag today and fill it up. And so, like I said, I had to give them some more of their feed, and I buy them a organic, no corn, no soy feed from a local mill. It's about, Modesto is about 2 hours, so it's Modesto Milling. And I fill up their container. Then I tidy up the barn. I make sure that all the waters are clean and the poop is. I noticed for sure it's getting harder to bend over, so I'm squatting a lot. I'm still getting a lot of movement. I'm really happy that this is my form of exercise, and just walking along on the farm back and forth. Here I am collecting the eggs. I have a broody mama who is not really doing a great job staying on a pair of eggs. She kind of just switches up, so I never know which ones are fertilized and trying to hatch, and so I just pull them all out under her, so I have to train her not to be broody. So like I said, I just make sure their waters are clean, and I check out chickens. This one had a hair in her mouth or something, and I just love my chickens, so making sure each one is healthy and acting like a chicken. I have to pick up poop from the spots the sheep lay in, and I just literally dump their poop in the compost pile that the chickens break up and are moving around. So I just put this in there with them. They do all the work for me, and it turns into amazing fertilizer and compost for my garden. If you notice, I have a small layer of wood chips here so that it can absorb any of the loose manure. And again, I just try to tidy up and make sure this area is nice and clean. And I have done a lot this season, rearranging and cleaning out that bathroom, which is the door right there, the white door. It leads to the bathroom. And so I have all the medical supplies in there, and it's just more of a functional space versus a useless space. I also fixed my shade shelter that broke, so that was very nice. And then after all my chores are done, I hang out with Nimbus, give him some good loving, and then I go back out in the evening to hang out with him and check on the animals again. And this is their routine, just grazing and pecking through the grass in the shade. They really don't, the chickens at least, don't really like going out in the sun too much. But here are my sheep, happy grazing in the shade of the tree. That concludes a day in the life being 7 months pregnant on my homestead. So thanks so much for watching.